Uh-oh. You almost, you almost, you almost caught me playing with my toys here. I was messing around with stuff during the intro.
You play with toys?
I almost give myself whiplash to get back over here to the camera. Oy. Another week, right?
Another week.
Oh, Dave. Just a little.
Yes, I see the protest signs. I was going to ask, what are they? Can't see.
I don't know if you can you see them?
No.
What do you mean I'm going the wrong way? I'm got it up at the screen.
Yeah, your other right. There you go.
Your other right, yeah.
Like that?
Your Alabama right.
See. Now I have
Let's do this.
I have personally met Moose before, and I can tell you that is such fiction.
Yeah, and they got this.
Yeah, I see. I'm sorry, but it's just not accurate.
Man, things happen when I leave the house and come home.
I can tell you from experience. Choosy Moose, choose me, not me. Love you too, Nancy.
That's for conversation.
Put a lot of work into that, did you?
Oh yeah, 5 minutes.
You said something about that was for the comments from last week or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there was probably comments last week. I'm still not sorry. So nice. Well, quiet week, kinda, sorta, right?
Kinda, yeah, kinda.
I mean, more pre-orders came out, as you can see in my little tagline. That was a waste of time. The one figure that everybody on the planet was going to want was made of unobtainium, apparently. So I can yell and holler about that later, I suppose. But let's do something different. Shane's got a new segment that he wants to fly around the room tonight. So why don't we just do that first? What do you think? Want to do that?
Yeah, why not?
Yay! Well, this is something Shane wants to do now, and I think it's a great idea. It gives members in the Facebook group an opportunity to send in pics and stuff, and actually even be on the show if they want to talk about their collections and like that. So, see, jeez, not trouble in the comments, even, man, terrible.
Yeah. We've done this little segment before, but didn't get a whole lot of interaction with it. But we tried again and got quite a bit more, actually.
Nice. So, do you want to give the skinny on the Shane? You want me to?
Well, we're just going to do what I'm going to call the collector spotlight. And this is for the members of the group. Tonight we're going to look at Nick Hayes' collection, and like I said in the post I made, there's no collection too big or too small. Whatever you got, you want to share it with us, we'll share it with everybody that's watching. It's just what we want to do. We've said it before. This podcast is for our group.
Yep.
It's for the members. We love doing it. I mean, obviously we wouldn't be here if we didn't, but we wanted to just, try to get you guys more involved with it, if that makes sense. So tonight we're going to take a look at Nick Hayes' collection. And we'll get looking at them. Dave has got a description of his stuff.
Yeah, Nick had written it. He mostly collects Masters of the Universe, and like a lot of guys in that age group, that cartoon was so huge, and it was his favorite as a kid, and like most everybody else too. He says he had a ton of the stuff back in the day, but a lot of it kind of got lost or sold or broken or buried in a sandbox or whatever. We've all been there and done that.
Mm-hmm.
Origins got him sucked back into it. You guys would know better than I would when the Origins line started. It didn't start back up. It started up, 4 years ago? somewhere in there.
During COVID,
Yeah.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah. Yep. So there you go. And this is, he said, he took, he got baited. He got baited like the rest of us that had gotten pulled back in. He said he started out planning on buying He-Man, Battle Cat, and Skeletor. And then it turned into, well, buying everything. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, he says in the write up here that he sent to Shane. He says, I was just going to buy all my favorites, and it just so happens that all of his favorites are all of them. So,
Hey, Gage.
over 20 various. He has 20 various He-Man figures. I mean, if there was going to be a character in the line that had that many variations, it would definitely be He-Man, wouldn't it?
He-Man is the Snake Eyes, the Masters of the Universe.
Yes, very much
Yep.
so. Leave that one right there for a second. Favorite pieces. King Grayskull, because I just love the character. Vintage He-Man, because I actually challenged pro wrestler Eric Young to a match to win a bet to get him. There's a story there, I guess.
Yeah. I wish you could have joined us for the show so we could have heard that story. That would have been
Yeah,
great.
if you watch this later, Nick, we'll have you on. We'll figure out what the deal is with that story. There's a lot there, I'm sure.
Maybe this wrestling match might have been recent. Maybe he can't talk right now.
Oh well, maybe he's all piled up. Yeah, that is true. Maybe, right? That's true.
Maybe he can't even walk right now.
I don't even know who Eric Young is, so that's pretty bad, I suppose.
I don't know.
Orko, because he's the only surviving piece of my childhood collection, and I'm assuming that's the Orko right there. Seems to be in pretty good shape.
It is.
That's what I was thinking.
And He-Man Funko Pop signed by Tom Cook. For those of you that don't know, and I didn't, so I'm going to read what I have in front of me. He was the lead animator of the original Filmation series. Nice.
Pretty nice little collection.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, like you said, it doesn't have, it doesn't have to be, giant or anything else.
No.
This is a cool collection, man.
It ain't got to be like John's collection.
Yeah.
One of these days, Shazam, pow!
I'm just glad he showed up. Somebody else can take a hit besides me. Nancy's being very mean tonight.
That's what we're here for, beat and abuse us.
My feeling is hurt. She really hurt my feeling.
Your one feeling?
Yeah, that's it right there. She hurt my feeling. Oh, it's gone. Anyways.
Let's wait till next week.
So these are what are these? These look like the Imaginext type.
Those are the minis that they come out with here a few years ago.
What
But
are
I'm
they
trying to
called?
figure out what is the deal with the He-Man there that looks like he's partly stone. I'm not familiar with that one.
I think that is supposed to be Faker.
Maybe so. What about the one next to it? That must be
Stone
that.
He-Man? Is that what you just said?
Stone He-Man.
Yeah, looks like he's partly turned to stone or something.
I think the green face one is that new Andrea.
Yeah, that's kind of who that looks like. I didn't know they done her in the minis or
I
that
didn't
or
either.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, wow,
The
cool.
you see the little Castle Grayskull and the little Snake Mountain. That's what they came in.
Yeah.
The first wave was
What were they
in the
called?
minis, Master Universe minis.
Is that what it was?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't remember ever seeing these.
I thought they had another name though. May
I'm
not
pretty
have
sure
been.
that was it. Just the minis.
So
Yeah,
other than like the super deformed, with the legs and stuff, they're a lot like the Imaginext stuff, right?
Yeah, something like that.
kind of, yeah.
See that?
Cool.
Those up there in the little packs, those are for Dollar Tree had those little
Yeah.
greens.
Yeah.
But yeah, the minis. The first wave was in Castle Grayskull. The second wave of them come out in Little Snake Mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that they just started carding them. I think some of them might have been Target exclusives because the Revelation ones I only saw those at Target.
Yeah. Me too.
So I'm looking
Seems
up.
as though that He-Man probably should have been carded before he got into whatever it is, got him half stoned. So
Yeah. 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 That's Colorado He-Man.
Right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And that merman right there, that is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover. That is a really sweet merman. I've seen
Okay,
it.
so who's he crossed with?
It's just a mutation.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was
They have Beast Man and all of them that are, and then they've got the turtles mixed in.
cool.
But he's just this mutated version. He also comes with the legs instead of having the tail. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's a really nice looking figure. I saw it.
Hey, Shane.
Yes, sir.
They're called Eternia minis.
Eternia Minias, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Eternia minis.
Very cool.
He's got a few vintage stuff mixed in here also, don't he?
I think maybe that Man at Arms.
I see Black Star right there in the middle.
Yeah.
Right behind Slush Head.
Yeah.
Right behind Slush Head, yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Very cool. Hordak hanging around there. No, very cool.
And he's got some of the cartoon version from Netflix in there also.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a old Skeletor, vintage Skeletor, is it not?
That
Yeah,
that one to the right,
3000 or
Pisto
something like
whatever
that.
it is.
That's the New Adventures Skeletor.
Yeah. The New Adventure He-Man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Pretty good little mix of stuff there.
Yeah, sure is.
Some signature stuff. Really nice.
Absolutely.
Which I think we all was big He-Man figure collectors or cartoon watchers or something in the time.
You know, I bought the first wave. I bought the first wave of the figures, and that was it. I didn't buy any more.
Yeah.
Because when Joe came out, I just kind of went that way.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, being a little older, I just thought they were cool. It was all about Conan stuff at the time, to be perfectly honest with you. So,
Yeah.
and I had never seen anything like them, so it was kind of cool. So I did get the first wave, but that was it really. I didn't have any of the others. I don't even know what ever become of them, honestly. But yeah, and of course the connection to DC was helpful because I remember DC Comics was really promoting Masters of the Universe before the toy line came out. And if I'm not mistaken, the 4-issue mini series that they had, do you remember that, John?
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
That came out before the toys hit the shelves. So I think I kind of got curiosity kind of sucked me into the comic. And then, of course, we all discovered not too long after the toys came out that the toy line had absolutely nothing to do with anything that was going on in the comic. So, that seems to be normal.
It is normal, especially nowadays.
Certainly with Joe's, that's how it was too. So,
Mm-hmm.
It was like you had two different universes between the comic and the cartoon.
well, Masters of the Universe was originally supposed to be part of the mainstream DC universe.
Mm-hmm.
And I never really followed it closely enough to find out whatever happened to those deals. But it just didn't work out that way. But I do remember that was the plan, that Masters of the Universe was going to be part of the DC continuity. So, but it didn't turn out that way. So,
I was kind of thinking about, Scarlett. I mean, Shanna O'Hare is her name. She's from Atlanta, Georgia. So I always assumed they called her Scarlett because, like Scarlett from Gone with the Wind.
yeah.
But in the comics, Scarlett was hooked up with Snake Eyes. In the cartoon, it was Duke. In the movie, it was Ripcord. So now I'm thinking Scarlet was more for the Scarlet Letters than
Very well could be.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm beginning to wonder about that now.
Well,
calling that lady out like that, boy. I tell you.
On the live internet with 500 viewers.
Yeah, Pepe in Guadalupe. Pepe in Guadalupe is extremely offended by that comment. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Oh, I got to show you that too. I don't know why, but I will. It showed up the other day. Very cool. No, Nick, thanks for doing that. Like I said, sometimes, well, pretty often actually, I'm about 50-50 of the time. I actually wish my collection was much smaller. And I know I can make that happen, right? But it's just not really that easy. But I mean, like some of the mini stuff, the boys get messing around with the Imaginext stuff every once in a while that we bought for Emmeett when he was little. And I have to tell you, some of those are so cool. So I just look at those and go, you know what? I wish I'd have just collected those and forgot about the rest of this stuff, because those are just kind of cool, But no, that's awesome. It's a great collection, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And he's wise, because it looks like he's pretty much so stuck to one property.
Yeah.
So
How do you do that?
Cool. How did he do that? I think he's got a baseball hat with a special pair of blinders on it every time he goes into the toy aisle. He doesn't see anything but Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
What's going on, buddy? No, forget it. You'll eat later.
A lot of people think the new modern
Or Emmeett
toys are great because of the sculpting and all that, but I'm looking at them more like a curse, because they make too many look too good, and it makes you want them.
Yeah, no, I hear that. You guys in the group are posting the pictures of that Mr. Fix-It that showed up at the Ollie's down the street. And believe it or not, Emmeett and I had been in there 1 hour before they posted those pictures of that stuff being put out. There was nothing there. They had the tables cleaned off, but there wasn't even anybody working around the tables. But like an hour and a half maybe later, they posted that Mr. Fix-It, Joe Fix-It figure is really kind of cool. But I'm just not going to do it. Not going to do it.
They still hadn't showed up to Ollie's around here.
I spoke to the lady at our Ollie's, and she said that they'll be a little behind because they're going to start putting out their Christmas stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what all this is going to be going with.
Boy, that's discouraging.
I'm like, where did all the Halloween and stuff go? Thanksgiving. I mean, we're already at Christmas.
Yeah, I think they just I think they're a little desperate for sales, to be perfectly honest with you. That doesn't even make any sense.
Well, if you think about it, usually around the end of August, Walmart starts resetting for Christmas.
Yep.
Target, I mean,
but that's 6 weeks I'd like to hang on to.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, seriously, at this point in time, I'd really like to hang on to that 6 weeks.
No doubt.
Nice. Now,
Shazam says they're slowly starting to show up here in Tuscaloosa.
Mm-hmm.
Shazam.
I got to get down there and catch up with him one of these days. I'm thinking about maybe catching up with that comic shop down there. Maybe I'll tell that story later. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I got more mad about that than I should have. And
Possibility.
huh?
Possibility.
I behaved myself. I did. Geez, my wife left, and
I'm very proud.
in the first 24 hours, I end up in jail after my wife goes to visit her folks. That wouldn't go over real good. I'm kidding. I wouldn't have ended up in jail. They never would caught me, but
He's got a fast truck.
Yeah. Oh well. What else did Shane? I'm sorry, Shane gave me an itinerary, and I did not write it down because I've got too much junk laying around here.
Here, we'll talk about this real quick.
Emmeett decided to play around down here before he left. So
We'll talk about some of the cons coming up.
yes. Anderson Walmart didn't have any either yet. Yeah.
Ollie's. He meant Ollie's, not Walmart.
Yeah. No, we knew what you meant, Gage.
Yeah.
We knew what you
There's
meant.
none around me either.
Yeah, no, support this. If you can. I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, this is
really
put
do.
on by Jonathan Wolf, member of the group, owns Wolf Den Collectibles in Glencoe. This is a good one. Filled it up pretty quick. He done a really good job. We talked about it last week, but he did a really good job.
Yeah, sure did.
And I don't have any of the flyers for the other cons that are coming up, but we can just talk about those. John John knows all about them. J Dog, what up? This is always has lots of Jada right now. Cool. You know when the Chattanooga, that's when's the Chattanooga con?
FarleyCon.
FarleyCon is, I was just looking at that, August 3rd and 4th. And I wanted to update everybody on that because there was a new guest list, and there's a lot of Joe guests, not only my bestie, Mr. Hammer.
Mr. Larry Hammer.
But Jim Shooter is there. Rick Leonardi is there. Howard Chaykin is there. Jeff Isherwood is there. John Beatty is there. Dan Jolly is there. And there is a special guest artist that I have heard. It is, what is it, Steve Leolola, one of the original cover artists from back in the day in the OG run. So there's a big Joe showing there. So I'm going. I don't care what anybody says. I'm going.
And
I don't know.
the Fanboy Expo was this weekend, right? In Nashville? I believe it was.
No, is
I
it?
don't know.
Yeah, I believe it was this
I
weekend.
think I did see something about that.
Yeah.
Next, you said next weekend, right? Next. Oh, this coming weekend.
Yeah.
This coming weekend coming up this weekend. Apparently, the Kentuckiana show is this coming weekend in Louisville.
Yes, this coming weekend, yeah.
It's a good show if anybody wants to go. And while you're in Louisville, definitely check out that big toy mall they have up there because it's pretty. I mean, it's loaded with stuff.
Cool.
Then you got, of course, San Diego Comic Con in what, 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
And then we all go broke or go crazy
Or cry a lot.
or cry a lot.
I think there's going to be a healthy share of both of those things, if not all three of them, to be perfectly honest with you. I think I just got a bad feeling that this is going to be more messed up than normal. I think Hasbro's probably going to get a lot of blowback on this one because I'm not sure of this. That Once a Man set, boy, I got a feeling that's going to tick off an awful lot of people the way they've set that up. Yeah, crazy broke. Yeah, there you go.
What's the toy company?
Yeah, crazy broke. All crying.
I have to tell you, that particular ship in this household has already sailed and slammed into the iceberg. So,
So you was driving that ship that hit the bridge.
yeah. So, yeah.
I was definitely co-piloting. That was the case.
Yep. So, what do we got? Any pickups this week? Yeah, let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do this instead. Talk about Crazy Broke.
Crazy broke. We was talking about it.
Yep.
This is the little poster they dropped for the HasLab July 25th, 2024. That is the day before San Diego Comic Con, correct?
I think it's the Friday night panel.
Oh, is that what? Yeah.
I think. Let me pull up a calendar here, and I'll tell you. For sure.
Thursday, July 25th at 5 p.m. Yeah, it's going to be at the panel.
Yep, it's actually Thursday. That's Thursday night. So that's like the pre-panel. So this is probably what they were talking about being the headliner for the show. In other words, they're kicking off the show with this particular panel, I guess.
The HasLab.
Now, a live launch of the new classified HasLab, which means that sucker is going to go up for pre-orders on the 25th, right?
That's what it means. Yep.
Yeah, I'm reading that correctly. So my hopes and dreams of it being carried over into at least September are just not realistic. That sucker will end by the end of August. Yeah, well, no, they're in San Diego, so it's 2 hours difference. Yes, so yes, 3. Yes, sorry about that. Yes, Timothy. 3 our time. Yes.
Yeah, 5. So it'd be 7 our time.
No, be 3 our time.
Yeah, because it's PDT.
Yeah, Pacific. That's
Oh
so
no, yeah,
it'd
no,
be-
we're going the other way. We're going the other way. Sorry. Yes,
So it'd be 7 o'clock our
It'd
time.
be 7 o'clock our time. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Sorry, John. Sorry, Timothy. Yes, 7 o'clock. Yeah. See, Timothy did the same thing. He went backwards too.
We're
So,
better than
yeah.
Timothy. It's all his fault.
It is Timothy's fault. Sure is. So, I know there was some speculation about Firebat. I think this is another one of these deals where it's just like the Dragonfly. This is the worst kept secret in toys. This is going to be the Rattler.
I think they used the Rattler, but because it's been rumored since what, January, February,
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
and they've showed this emblem, and yes, it is on the Firebat.
it's just the
So I
Cobra
think-
Airport.
So I think they used the Rattler as a decoy, and they're going to come out and they're going to pull out a Firebat for the HasLab. Then they're going to have Drew Carey walk out and sit in behind this door, and they're going to open it up, and it's going to be a HasLab Terror Drone for about $2,000. And
And that's when I
yeah,
quit.
you gotta have the Price is Right girls open the door up, and I go over there, and then you hear the voice. What's his name? The guy that does the speaking for that talks about the product, and he'll tell all about all the features on the HasLab.
His
Terror
name's
Drone.
Dan.
Yeah, probably none of that's going to happen. I mean, I'm guessing, but I bet none of that happens. I think it's a Rattler. I think it's the Rattler. I think
I'm
it's gonna
pretty
be,
sure it is.
I think it's going to be $400.
As much as I'd like to see a Terror Drone, I don't want to see it right now because I know, like I said, it would probably be about $2,000. So
Mhm.
Yep, no doubt. It is what it is, right? I mean, it's just what it is.
Just be
But
ready to get it or don't get it.
I can tell you, I'm not alone in that. I'm just probably not going to be able to afford it. It's just the way
No,
it is.
a lot of people's not going to be able to right now
No.
because it's tight right now.
So here's the good news. I think a whole ton of speculators are going to order these suckers and buy them and everything else. So in 18 to 24 months, whenever this next HasLab decides to show up,
We can get them for retail.
I will get them I won't have to pay an arm and a leg. I hate to be that way, but I'm kind of, and the way things are going, gentlemen, I don't have any confidence in this economy in 18 months from now either, no matter who the president is. So you know what? I probably will just take my chances.
Well, we're already seeing the hiss drop
Yeah.
back to retail prices right now.
Yep.
Anyway, I've even seen a few under retail.
Yeah, I saw a couple of them. Yeah.
I saw one
Me
the other day with everything for $250.
I saw that one too. And that was
So,
legit.
I mean,
That wasn't a scam one. That was legit.
it was legit. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna have to take my chances because, like I said, I can't do it right now. Like I was telling the guys before, I'm just like everybody else. You guys are just like everybody else. I had 2 cars torn apart in the driveway the other day that I didn't expect to have to spend that kind of money.
Yep.
Now I'm blessed that I didn't have to spend a bunch of money on labor, but I had to spend a bunch of money on parts.
Mm-hmm.
So
Parts aren't cheap no more.
well, no. Geez, my truck, $95 for a set of front brake pads for that truck. So it's all good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not griping. I'm just saying to our audience out there, don't feel bad if you can't have everything right now, especially with the HasLabs, because you know what? If we got to wait 18 months for it, a lot can change in 18 months.
Oh yeah.
Some of those pre-orders may go up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay, right?
Yep.
I love the classified line. I really genuinely do. At this point in time, it is hands down the line I'm the happiest with.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
My
I
Jurassic,
agree with that.
yeah, my Jurassic World stuff is really kind of petering off now, other than the Hammond collection. And as you can see in my comment there, McFarlane is, I'm sorry, but he is bound and determined to shoot himself right in the backside with this line. And I'm not happy with that line at all. And so classified's it for me. So I'm very, very happy that there's going to be another HasLab.
Well, I'll
I'm
tell
just
you,
gonna.
we've talked time and time again about how fast they were releasing the classified stuff. But if I was collecting McFarlane and a completist, how could you keep up? He's releasing 10, 15 figures every 3 or 4 days. I mean, it's crazy.
And the rumor list is getting longer every 3 or 4 days.
Right.
And these are accurate rumor lists. Yeah, exactly, Timothy. That's exactly the attitude. That is exactly the attitude.
Can't disagree with that at all.
No, that Red Hood figure, I'm sorry, I'll go into it right now. 3 figures came up for pre-order on the 12th, right? And to be perfectly honest with you, I was laying underneath an automobile in my driveway, so I forgot all about it. Made absolutely no difference. There was one of those figures that I wanted, and it was that classic Red Hood.
Mm.
What is the one that everybody wants? That classic. What is the one that sold out in seconds?
I don't even think people got a chance to hit the buy button on that figure before it was gone.
I just, and this is, Timothy can remember as well as I can, no doubt. This is the 4th or 5th wave of pre-orders that this has happened in the last, 4 months? That the stuff just evaporates. And it's just like, buddy, I get it. A strong secondary market helps to, blah, blah, build excitement for his brands and all. No, I'm sorry. This is one collector that you've burned out.
Eventually, when people are having to pay secondary market prices for every figure, they're going to quit.
Oh, yeah.
No toy line worth doing that. I mean, it's not.
See, this is the thing. McFarlane's taken a lot of grief for being Batman heavy, right, throughout this whole thing. Because let's face it, Batman is what sells. Batman is the character that has carried DC Comics for the last 25 years. So, right or wrong, doesn't really matter. Everybody's complained about too many Batman. Then you get a major supporting character, storyline-wise, like the Red Hood, that they're going to finally make a figure of. And what does he do? This is what we used to call, you guys remember, what we used to call short packing, right?
Yep.
Right? Case of 16 figures shows up. There's one of a specific character and 15 of the other ones, right? This is 1994, 95 to 2000 toy marketing at its worst.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And he's just ticking everybody off. I'm still mad about the Wonder Woman. I'm sorry. I am. The muted colored Wonder Woman is the one that everybody wanted. That's the one that he makes the chase. That he just did it with the Superpowers Colors Penguin. That's the one everybody wants. That's the one that's the chase. And now we've got these, and there's 2 of them, by the way. These Red Hood figures. There's 2 of them. There was a variant. There's a platinum to that one too. You didn't get neither one of them.
Yep. That's a problem too, right there.
That whole wave is an absolute disaster.
But here's my thing. Okay, you got the blue one's the regular release. The red one is the platinum.
Yep.
Now, most collectors is going to want both of them if they get it, right?
Yeah, because they're technically 2 separate characters.
Right. So here's my thing. So to make the math simple, we know the platinum is supposedly 1 to every 5 regular. Out of a case of 6, 1 of them is the platinum, the other 5 are the regular figures.
Supposedly, right.
Supposedly. So let's say they make 24,000 figures. 6,000 of those are the platinum.
Yep.
Right? And the other 18,000 is going to be, am I doing my math right? The other 18,000 is going to be.
Yeah.
Roughly. Okay.
Yeah, right.
You have 24,000 collectors, but only basically only 6,000 of those collectors will have a complete set.
Yeah.
And only 6,000 will have and So like, and it's got the Plastic Man Build-A-Figure piece. So you have 24,000 collectors, but you'll only have 18,000 of them that'll have a Plastic Man because everybody's going to have, unless the guys that buy the 2 Supermans sells their extra torso. But then you got the inbox collectors. It's not going to open them. So you're robbing a lot of people of completing figures, completing sets. I mean, it's stupid. It's the stupidest thing.
It is stupid. Yep.
And let's face it. We know the resellers has all these bots set up.
Yep.
To snag up these things as soon as they go on sale. We know it. Everybody knows it.
Yep.
And those prices already jacked up on them already. So you're not, and a lot of people is not going to buy them at $70, $80 a piece. I mean, that's just how it is. Some will, some can't. Some won't.
But it's what Timothy was just saying, though. The fact of the matter is Todd just sits there and goes, what does he care? Because he doesn't care where his money comes from. He's getting X number of dollars per figure no matter who buys it, right? So, in other words, and I'm holding up the incorrect figure to what Todd McFarlane is doing to the collectors, because we actually care about how much we pay for an individual figure. He doesn't.
Nope.
As long as he gets his.
Yep.
Well, if you're trying to develop a customer base, buddy, I'm telling you right now, the whole thing is on thin ice anyways. I don't know why you're screwing around playing this game, because it's just a stupid game.
To me, it's crazy.
This is easily the fourth wave of McFarlane figures that he has deliberately ticked people off from. The first wave when he jacked the price on the Crisis wave that still has never sold out because that's just a protest thing now. We have multiple pre-orders that sell out in seconds. The hottest figures are the ones that he makes the Chase variants. And from what Mike told me months ago when he did manage to get me the classic Hawkman. Supposedly, there's a Chase variant per case. He said that's not true. Not all cases are coming through with the Chase variants in them. So it's not the idea that it's somewhere around, there's 1 in 6 is a Chase isn't accurate. Because let's face it, we've seen other cases where we know full well there was more than one Chase variant per case. I think the red Asbats, the blue Asbats, that showed up at the Target here in Gardendale. I know what all of these guys, 3 or 4 of them came out of one store. That was not one per case. So this is just stupid. Like I said, this is toy marketing from the 1990s, and it is.
It really is.
It's stupid. It's just stupid. And I actually have a very nice McFarlane piece to show, but this piece was ordered back in May. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe the retailers are actually picking them up enough so that we'll actually see these. One other thing on that, the red and the blue Superman, John. I don't know if I talked about this before. It was rumored, heavily rumored, that when that wave was announced, that the red Superman was going to be a Target exclusive. And that makes sense, right? So somehow, some way, an awful lot of guys were sitting around twiddling their thumbs waiting for the red Supermans to show up at Target. And guess what? They never really did. So that didn't help the cause any either. I have never seen any of either blue or red Superman. I know where there's 2 of the Batman right now, the black Batmans. I saw the Aquaman. I saw the Green Lantern. I never saw any of the Supermans, either one of them. So either that wave has been cut way back in production, or there's a bunch of them sitting around somewhere. Some of the platinums, some of the platinums I've actually preferred to the regular ones, but that's why I said he does it completely backwards. Some of the platinums are just they're not worth anything. I mean, to change a color or whatever on some of these characters is just kind of silly, just to call them platinum.
Yeah.
But, just more of the same, right? I mean, just more of the same.
it's odd to me.
Look, McFarlane has every right to be in business to make money. I'm not faulting that.
Yeah.
I'm not
But
faulting that. I'm faulting his practices of alienating his customer base. That's
Right.
freaking stupid.
Mhm.
Because sooner or later, you're not going to have a customer base anymore. But
Yep.
he's signing licensing agreements left and right. I mean, he's just signing everybody in the planet on. If he's not very careful, he's going to stretch himself way too thin. Because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the quality on the paint on a lot of these newer figures has taken a major dive. That Captain Boomerang is actually a terrible looking figure when you get up close to it.
Yep.
That new Flash, that's terrible.
I saw a torso, Plastic Man torso somebody had on eBay for like, they had it for $18. And I thought, well, that's pretty good, you know. But I got to looking at it, and the belt buckle, the little yellow diamond, looks like it's smudged. And then it showed a picture of the backside, and there was like a streak of yellow where the paint just got on the back of it somehow. And then I said, no wonder they're selling it so cheap, because it looks awful.
Yeah, right.
But,
just to build a figure for $19. Piece.
Just a piece.
The torso, yeah. Because
That's
you got to have
ridiculous.
without the torso, you can't really put any of the other pieces together.
Right.
But that's the one that comes with the two Supermen. So
Probably as long as he wants it.
The license comes up again early next year, Corey. Basically, they start talking again around the first of the year. I don't know. No one else is in a position to take the DC license. I'm not sure anybody else would even want it.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, to be honest, I'm not sure anybody would even want it. So, I mean, I have to tell you this. I'm not sure Todd wants it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I'm not convinced that he even wants it anymore.
I
DC is going to move on, but not in the way you think. That's,
yeah.
The numbers came out. It's horrible.
Yeah. I would like to see what Hasbro would do with them, but I don't think Hasbro could get the license because Disney probably wouldn't allow it because of Marvel. But what they've done with the Marvel Legends,
No.
And the best thing about the Marvel Legends is there's no chase figures, there's no platinum figures, no, they just put a pile of them out there at it.
I got to tell you, man. I got to tell you, I really love this McFarlane collection. Some of the sculpts on this stuff is absolutely amazing. It really is. I mean, there's some awesome stuff here. But I have to tell you, so far as actually handling the brand, Mattel, hands down, number one. Hands down. The monthly, the subscription figures, it was fair. Getting a figure a month in the mail. You remember that, John? The white boxes that showed up, man. That was, and the big set at the end of the year because of your membership, and the forums, that Matty Collector forums to back it all up.
Yep,
it was awesome. And store exclusives, they were Kmart exclusives. Remember but you could get them. There was no messing around, short packing stuff. Yep. You could get it if you wanted it. You could get it.
There was one wave that was a Kmart wave. Wasn't the whole wave, I think.
The whole wave. Yep.
But you go to any Kmart, and there they were.
They were, man. There wasn't any problems. And like you said, the Legions pack with the blank, invisible, the blank, there's nothing in there, but that's the invisible character. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. It was clever. And it was a huge set that opened up like a book. Yep. So all 12 figures were in one giant box.
Yep.
So, hands down, Mattel wins. I don't care. Hands down, Mattel wins.
One of the best figure packaging was the Wonder Twins.
Yeah.
That was fantastic, too.
Because you fold it open and their hands would touch, and then it would actually do sounds and have Wonder Twin powers activate and have both of them. Yeah. It was cool. I mean, it was, really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. It was great. I miss having. I'm sorry I sold those figures. I miss that line. I really do. But
yeah, and I mean, just and see, Mattel was doing just like with Marvel with the Marvel Legends. They would throw obscure characters in there like Killer Moth, characters you never would think would ever make they'd ever make an action figure of, and they had all kind of odd characters.
What was the worst, the most obscure one was the Martian Manhunter villain. You remember the one from Saturn? You remember who I'm talking about?
Oh yeah. What was his name?
I can't remember his name.
What?
He's that obscure.
Was it Jin or Jim?
Jim, yeah, something the most
like
obscure figure ever.
Yeah.
But they weren't afraid of it, and it sold.
Yeah.
It sold every wave. Every 4 figures was a Build-A-Figure. I mean, it was awesome.
No, we don't, Corey. No, we don't. I don't trip over curves in front of Target.
Okay, so who's Gleek? I want to know who Gleek is.
I mean,
If you and Shane have Wonder Twin powers, I want to know who Gleek is.
sometimes I think Corey is a little, messed up in the head.
That's okay.
Did you see they had the Wonder Twins on Smallville one episode one of the later seasons, and the girl had a phone a phone that was the colors what was it, yellow and purple or whatever,
Yeah,
and it had a picture of Bleak on it, a little sticker of a monkey looked like Bleak. And she called her phone Bleak, and it would, like, if I remember right, it it was like a smartphone that talked to her and all that. So they basically the phone was was Bleak in their universe or whatever.
that's funny. Hey, they showed up in issue 1 of DC versus Vampires.
Yeah,
I'm not going to give it away, but the Wonder Twins are there. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to give it away. I really want to. But
you want to, though, don't you?
If you haven't read that, go get them because it's actually very good.
Yeah.
It's actually very good. But you gotta another one. You have to get the sublines too. You have to get those side stories, or you won't understand. By the time you get to the end of the 12th issue, like issue 11, you won't know what's going on if you don't have all the side books. So, no, I don't. I don't know what the week is.
Neither do I.
In the head, that little nose.
Oh well.
Yeah, I agree a lot. Messed up in the head.
Nice. Anyways, so we got some shows coming up. I really am going to try. All kidding aside, I'm really going to try to get up to FarleyCon. I really am. So for those of you that did not see this, I know Shane is on the same page with the Larry Hama page. I think you and I are the only ones that are ever on. Are you on that one too, John? You in that group?
Which group's that?
The Larry been faking it all my life Hama page.
Yeah,
I think I am.
Yeah,
I know you are, Nancy. Nancy's in one of his groups. I don't know if I am or not.
well, he's only got one now because he shut his others down.
yeah, he shut them down because they're just ridiculous.
People are getting stupid in there.
He
Do what now?
He still has his Larry Hama main page on Facebook.
Okay, Nancy said he still got the Larry Hama, the main page. It's just Larry Hama.
Yeah,
Huh?
he's got another one now. It's been faking it all my life, Larry Hama.
Yeah, I think I'm in that one. I think.
Has he posted it not long ago on
you are what? You are Gleek? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
I am.
Jared, wrong time to say I am.
Larry mentioned 2 or 3 weeks ago, just kind of in passing, but he dedicated in a post the other day, just letting everybody know that he does have macular degeneration, which for those of you that don't know me, he's going blind. My dad has it. It's where you actually lose your sight right smack in the center.
Yep.
Your peripheral vision stays intact, but the center of your vision, it's like a reverse tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You lose your sight right smack in the middle. And he's got some serious arthritic type tendon stuff going on in his thumbs. So what he was saying is basically that if you want artwork done from him or signatures, you probably ought to hurry up because this is not going to last forever for him.
Yeah.
And he did also say, now somebody being more cynical would say it's my money, but whatever. I don't care about that particular opinion. He's saying that artwork is less painful to do than signatures, which I do believe. So just keep that in mind. He just turned 75 years old.
Yeah.
Something like macular degeneration, and with the issues with the use of his hands. If you have not been fortunate enough to get signatures or artwork or whatever, now would actually be the time to try to run him down. And
Do it soon.
FileyCon is right there, just outside of Chattanooga, so something to consider. I am going, and I'm not making any promises because we were extremely fortunate to get with him last year. I'm going to send him an email probably tomorrow. He's got a new project coming up that's coming up on Kickstarter. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. So I'd like an opportunity to maybe sit down and talk with him again. Kind of talk about the continuing Joe storyline, and maybe talk about that new project and go from there. No promises. I can't. He's a super nice guy.
Oh yeah.
But nailing him down is
Yeah, we were lucky enough to get him one time.
Oh, it shocked me when he said, "Well, do it right here." And just sat down in his booth with him and he was messing around with the kids, and he had a great time. I bet he might actually remember me. I don't know. I remember him because he's my best friend, but yeah. So that's something to think about. Jim Shooter just recently started doing the shows again. Who he was the editor for the Joe book for a long time. So if you'd like to get any signatures, he's a Marvel editor for years, and artist and writer too, John. Right? He's not going to do this much longer either. There's all kinds of this, Some of this stuff is apt to just be worth more to us than anything else in the future. But if it's things that you'd like to have, might want to get on it, right?
Mm-hmm. All right.
So I'm sorry, I just got family. Got another message I had to look at for a second. I am thinking about having a piece of artwork done by Mr. Hama if I can come up with the money and I know exactly what I want him to do. I'm not going to tell any of you pirates because you will steal my idea. And no, I'm just kidding. I'm still not going to tell you, but hopefully you'll get to see it when I get it done. How's that? What do you got, John? You got anything?
Yeah. I got a couple of things. They're right here on the shelf behind me. There's one right there. And where's the other one at? Oh, he's over here. In case you missed last week's episode, I showed him. No, I did find at Walmart the other day in Gadsden, I found a couple of new figures, and I know Wolf Den probably will get these in, but I went ahead and picked these two up because I'm probably going to open them, and I'll get another set from him later just to keep put up. But the newest wave of the cartoon figures are Stratos, and the other is one of my favorites, Merman. I love this Merman.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the He-Man just showed up kind of look on his face, like real worried, And I didn't realize I hadn't even looked on the back of the boxes of the others, but I just kept sitting here noticing it. Tells you what episode they're from, the particular, because you notice he's got like a little ball, like a little sphere or something in there.
Mm-hmm.
So it tells the story, So it's from a scene in City Beneath the Sea, and So like this one, as seen in Reign of the Monster. So it tells you what episode of the cartoon they appeared. And, you know, so he's got like the trident. I don't know if you can see that. That was from that episode. And kind of neat. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna the Merman. I'm definitely going. I think this is probably going to be in my top 10 for the year. I love that Merman. I just love the look on his face.
He looks like he just discovered who Gleek is.
I wish he'd tell me.
I did. I'm gonna before I'll go ahead and show that. I did get this from Mattel yesterday. It showed up. So I'm signed up for the thing to where you can get figures. They'll send you free figures, and all you got to do is review them and send a review back to them. But you have to open them and you have to take pictures and send them a review.
Oh, that's terrible.
I've been in this program for what? Almost 2 years, and this is the second figure I've gotten. The first one was a Barbie doll.
I bet Marshall enjoyed that one.
They send the email, but you never know when they're going to be available. You never know until all of a sudden you get an email, and by the time I'd see the email and get on the website, everything would be gone because they got a limited number of whatever items they're wanting people to review. And if you don't get on there, you get it. But I guess I got on this one in time. This was what was on there, so I jumped on it. You know,
cool.
It is Master Universe, and it is of course, it's Tila from the Turtles figure. So I hate because it's unpunched, and the box is actually in great shape.
And you have to open it.
But I have to open it. I mean, yeah. I could not open it, but I'll never get anything else from them again. So
right.
And they'll be kind of mad if I don't send them a review. So you have to open it and because Nancy actually the Barbie doll that I got before was like had a little kayak and some other stuff. So Nancy got it up there. What now?
Like a mermaid.
Yeah, a little mermaid type thing. And Nancy got it up there at the pool and took pictures and wrote up a review and sent it in. And you know, so but I mean, hey, free toy is a free toy, right? So, but you know, this is more along my lines of what I would like. So I'm scared because it's probably gonna, I'm probably going to get me to wanting these turtle figures if I open this thing, but I'm going to open it right quick and just show it off because I got to anyway. So, so people might want to. I hate to open this.
I don't like you, Timothy.
Avert your eyes.
Oh, they got the Prince Adam and Cringer out there.
I don't like you, Timothy, at all. So, we're no longer friends.
I hate these things trying to get them off. There we go. All right. Got it open up there. There's a little, of course, the little instruction booklet. It shows all the removable parts. The comic. It's got looks like that's Leonardo on there, and of course you can see Raphael and Michelangelo. I probably will end up getting the Michelangelo. I just like it because he's got the He-Man hair wig on.
Michelangelo is He-Man?
Yeah, the figure he's actually got a He-Man hair on his head.
So of the four turtles, isn't that a strange choice, Mikey?
Yeah, well, he's probably from the old cartoon, he's probably the most popular turtle. I always liked Raphael myself. He was always my favorite. But a lot of people like Michelangelo because he was just, I guess, so outgoing and, catchphrase, cowabunga and stuff like that. People.
We'll talk about Mikey in a minute. Yeah, I got a thing there. I don't know if you guys heard this or not.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. So it looks like, they're doing a good story, looks like, from the turtle line. I don't know if they're I like it, the spirit of gray shell instead of gray skulls. So, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know if there's, all the books are different. I know like the He-Man, the regular Origins figures, there's one book for the whole wave. And so you're not really getting a different story like you did in the old days. You got one book and it would be the same book with all four figures in the Origins. Now, the wrestling figures that they did, the Masters of the WWE that Walmart had, they had a different book, but it wasn't as thick. It was only like 3 pages. But at least it was a different book for each character. So So anyway, I don't know, how they're doing these because, like I said, this is the first one I've actually gotten opened. I mean, I do have that track jaw that I did get, 6 months ago or whatever, and I never even opened him. He's still in the box. But so let's see. So this is kind of interesting. Here, let's see. See if I can get her out here. Whoop. So she has a really cool gray sword. Okay. This is kind of neat. She's got a shell shield.
Shell shield.
Yeah. So she's got a shell
Shell of a shield.
A shell shield or a shell.
The shell of a shield that she's got. You sell that by the seashore?
Yeah, probably. And looks like they follow. See this is another thing about the McFarlane figures. This really gripes me. These ain't so bad, but look, I mean they got the attachments, one on each foot, one on each arm.
Oh, I know, like somebody actually wants to steal them.
Well, it's like the thing. I mean, you're already in a they're not going to fall out. They're not going to move around in there. One would be perfectly enough around the waist. That's what I hate about the McFarlane figures, and they're so hard to get out sometimes. Usually I'll just come off. Well, that comes out and slid right out pretty easy. So apparently, well, I say that part didn't come out too easy. Hold on. All right, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Get that out of the way. So these are removable, by the way. The little, well, don't eat that. Wait. Cat trying to get.
Stop eating that, Nancy.
Battle Cat was trying to get a hold of it there. She got her ponytail. I don't know why it's going up in the air. Oh, okay. You can move it. That's cool. You can put it down. You can make it go this way.
It's like being that helmet staff of the Blue Ninjas, right?
The helmet. Okay, so the helmet is not removable. It looks like the. I don't know what the deal is with this.
That's your butt, John.
No, I'm talking about your finger on it. I wonder if it's like the shell's got these two things that probably attach in there, but I don't see how because this is in the way, and her arm just fell off. So,
put that in the review.
Got that in the review for sure.
Well, that is one of the removable parts. So, I don't know what the deal because it does look like those two things there.
It does, doesn't it?
That. Almost like you could have her carry that, but I don't know that. I guess that may work.
It fits, doesn't it?
It is a shield made of a shell.
Yeah. So she can have the shell on her back, right?
So this is April O'Neil, right?
No, this is Tila.
This is April O'Neil as Tila? Or Tila
no, this is Tila in shell. So this is Tila, shell-kicking warrior goddess. I do think they do have an April O'Neil dressed sort of like Tila or something. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But so yeah, this is basically Tila with turtle armor on. Apparently,
okay.
I will say I do like the color scheme.
It is cool.
I think the gold and the green and white all work together. I do like. This is a nice figure. I actually like this. I don't know if she's got like the spikes on the shells there, so I guess it's like snapping turtle, maybe. I don't know.
There you go.
She stabs you with one, and then you can, you got to wait for it to thunder before she can let you go or something.
It's a lot like Shredder, isn't it?
Kind of in a way, yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of crooked on there, but they got to be some. That's got to be what that's for. Because they line up.
Yeah.
Perfect. So obviously, and like Shane said, it is a shell, so obviously it should go on her back. Okay, I think I've got one off. Let me see if I can get it in there a little better. That may be why. There, that's more straight. I just don't. It's kind of pushes her head down, so I don't know. I don't know if this right here may come off. Maybe. I think maybe it does. Nope, I don't think it does. I think you could take it off, but I don't think you'd get it back on because I believe that would tear it up. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with that. That arm just does not want to stay on. Okay, so for my review, they need tighter snaps on the arm, apparently. Or I just didn't get it in there good enough. I mean, it's cool. I think if this is supposed to fit on there, which obviously looks like it does, they needed to lift this part off. Or maybe let it stick out a little further because it's working now, but it's kind of pushing her head down. So maybe that's when she takes a nap. She puts a shell on her, you know.
Well, her head's actually supposed to go in when she's got her shell on.
Do what now?
Her head's actually supposed to go in when she got her shell.
Oh, it is. Well, I don't know.
Or pop it off like the arm.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to see if it'd pop off. I don't know. Oh, there we go. Oh, there she's in.
Timothy says she's got that Miami Dolphins color scheme.
Yep, got that.
That's the reason she's falling all to pieces.
Yeah, right.
Well, okay. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's see. Actually, it don't. If I spin her hair up the other way, it doesn't. It actually does a little better. That was a little fun. So obviously these things don't snap on very good. I have to put that in a review that could use a little work on the. Well, it's mainly just this one on the right arm. The left arm falls off. The right armor falls off. Let's see. Let's see how well she holds the sword here. Pretty good. He goes in there. She's all sworded up. Take the.
It kind of resembles an oversized sigh.
Does, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Oversized sigh. Shield. And for the shield to really work, you really need to take this part off because that pokes it there. So. Yeah,
Timothy said he needs a shop showing this. He's got enough rabbit holes he's in.
Yeah, but which three did you stop at? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
There's 4 turtles and you got 3 figures. If
you only got 3 of the turtles, you at least got to get the last one.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, which 3 do you have? And
I do, and I've been real tempted to get that merman. It looks pretty cool. I know where there's 3 at right now. I'm not going to say until I get over and get me one. In case somebody.
What was that, John?
Nothing.
I actually saw that wave today.
Yeah.
Not this Tila wave, but that one with the cartoons.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. It's got what is it? Squeeze in it. The
cartoon one?
The snake? No, not the snake, but the snake men are considered in that wave. They're on the back of the packaging, I believe.
Oh, did you see the 2 Walmart exclusive ones?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because those things are really hard to find.
Mm.
They're selling for about $400 a piece.
Well, I didn't pick them up.
how much?
I don't know.
I
don't know how much you're selling.
I quit that.
I know people are looking. I was just seeing what kind of reaction I'd get out of Shane when I told him that. But I do.
I quit collecting that a while ago.
If you see them 2 again, I'll pay you for them. Grab me a couple of them if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'll send you the money because I hadn't seen them around here. And I know several people.
And somebody else, another snake man.
Yeah, there's the 2 Walmart exclusives. One of them's like purple. I can't even remember now.
Terra Claw.
Yeah, something like Terra Claw.
Terra Claw was the name. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. All in all, it's a pretty good figure. I do like I said, I do like the color scheme with it.
You at least need to get the last 2 turtles there, Tim.
I got Leo.
Leo and Donnie. Huh. Mouse jaw.
I guess she can fight with my trap jaw, rat jaw, or mouse or trap jaw.
Mouser, yeah.
I've not seen the rest of those to build that, because it had to build a figure in it. But I haven't seen any more of them. I saw. I think I saw. There is a deluxe one, but it didn't have a builder figure piece. I don't think. In it. But anyway, I went back to pick up. I did I got the last Stan Spider-Man on clearance at Walmart, but the other one, I forgot what the other one was called. Where he's an assassin. It was gone. But I kind of like this one. I just like the look of it. It's almost his outfit almost looks like a what they wear for fencing when they're doing fencing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
With the long sleeves and all that. I just thought that was pretty cool. I haven't read anything. I haven't read the story. I guess this is from the Spider-Verse. They've got so many different things and all, so many different Spider-Mans now
Right.
that it's hard to keep up with. I wish they'd left it alone and, not brought all these in there and just left it Peter Parker Spider-Man and Jessica Drew Spider-Woman and been done with it. Or maybe Julia Carpenter. She was all right too, but all these other people. Much as I like Gwen Stacy, she died. She needs to stay dead. We don't need a Spider Gwen. We don't need all these others, But it is what it is. They've gone crazy with it. So, now this other thing that I picked up. I wasn't gonna pick it up, but I ended up picking it up because Nancy actually liked it. Dave knows what it is. I done told him. So it's not very often that I run across a toy that Nancy likes. And Nancy says, "Why don't you get that?" And it was a good price. It was $60, $59.99 for that. It was a good price. She liked it, and she actually said, "Why don't you get that?" So who can say no, right? When your wife actually wants you to pick something up because she actually likes it. Because we've had things going on family wise this week, we hadn't really got to do much with it because she's definitely going to make some pictures. This is going to be Alf's new ride when he's not on rough terrain where he has to have the moose to get around. He will start riding around in this Joker mobile from the McFarlane Batman animated series. And I have to say it is pretty cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, you can turn the light out. We can show them the features. Is it dark outside? I guess it's about dark. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find on off. Okay. All right. Go ahead and turn it out. Okay. Everything's dark now. Look at that. And it's got, you can see it's got like a smiley face on the inside there. I don't know if you can really see it.
Yeah.
See it right there? I didn't realize the pedals and all light or something lights up in the floorboard too. But it's got some lights on the inside. Kind of cool. Okay, you can turn the light back on there. And I mean, it doesn't do much. The wheels do turn on it, believe it or not. I mean, not much, but they do turn a little bit. They have a little bit of turn to it. And it is kind of heavy. I mean, it's not, it come out of the box just like this. It's one piece. I didn't have to put anything together. I mean, it's got a back seat. She's gonna probably get some pictures and for us to have for next week of Alf cruising around in this thing. They did when I saw it originally. They had a car. Of course, they had the figures too, and they had the Joker. They only had one. Next time we went back, when I did actually pick it up, somebody had already bought the Joker. So I guess I'm going to have to try to find a Joker just to go in it, to ride around with Alf. Yeah, and she's wanting to see if she can find a trailer to hook to the back of it to put the moose in so it can haul the moose. So anyway, I don't know. I just thought it was neat. It's like I said, it's an animated series, and let's see the back side of it there and all that. I mean, some of this stuff is actually kind of neat. I mean, it's basic. It's not nothing.
Yeah, but it's meant to be basic because of the way the animation was.
Right. But I mean, I thought, and like I said, it's pretty heavy for $60. I didn't think that was
a lot
bad.
of plastic.
I mean, you look at those platinum figures like the collector's editions. They're $29.99 a piece.
Yeah, I know.
Two of those is $60. That's what this costs. So there's more plastic in this than there are two of those figures, really. I mean, it's good and solid too. But yeah, she actually liked it. So, like I needed a hole in the head because I looked at those Batman animated series figures, thought, man, those look really cool, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm leaving them alone. And now I'm going to have to get the Joker to go in this to kind of chauffeur Alf around, and I'm afraid what it may turn into. Yeah. So, yeah.
See what you've done, Nancy?
Yeah.
What was that, Shane?
I said, see what you've done now, Nancy?
Yeah.
You created that rabbit hole.
I know. I have to go back and find that first way just to get Condiment Man, because who wouldn't want an action figure of Condiment Man, right?
Condiment Man.
I have to say, DC did come up with some very creative colorful characters, didn't
The
they?
50s and 60s were weird, weren't they?
Yeah.
Bad.
Kite
But
Man.
great at the same time, though.
No, I'm limited, lad. Like I said, if I can find a Joker to go with it, I might get it, but I don't know. But,
And
well,
then
see, it is scary though because I think that's part of a Build-A-Figure wave, and I hate that because if I get one part of it, I want to build the whole thing. They did me that way. That's why I started not to buy that trap jaw mouse. Fortunately, I hadn't seen any more of those to have to buy them. So I got dibs on the Joker mobile. What's the box? Oh, I'll show you that. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'll show you what the box looks like. It is gold label. That's the box. I mean, you can see how big it. I mean, the thing was huge. I'm sitting there.
Yeah, that is pretty big.
Of course, it shows the light up effects and all there.
Huh.
And of course, you got all the details on the bottom, batteries, and all that.
I'm surprised they didn't include a shot with the figures in it.
I am too. Nowhere does it show the figures at all. I mean,
Usually
that's
just, you mark it one with the other. That's kind of strange.
yeah, the end of the box. Basically the same over there. But it's good. I mean,
True.
The box.
It is true.
The box to me makes a good display piece.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, she liked it. She wanted it. She told me to get it. So who am I to argue?
Here's your comment, John.
When
You're
your
a
wife
good
tells you to
husband, John.
get the Joker, need a Batman, gets Batman, needs a Batmobile, and so forth. So yeah, I did see I think
It's funny because you know it's true.
It is true.
Yeah. I did see Jonathan Foster. He had one a Batmobile for sale the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I think he posted in the group. It was
Yep.
the older one.
Yep.
And yeah, but I don't know. It's good. But and I actually bought a while back. I bought that complete series, the animated series. I got about halfway through the first season. I need to finish it because I never really watched it when it come on back in the 90s because I was working second shift and working a lot then, and I never really watched it.
It's a great show. It
was a good show. I like it.
And then it carries right over into Justice League. So
yeah, and it's kind of dark, in a little bit, for a cartoon and all that. So
yeah.
I know it's pretty cool. They like I said, there's just too many cool toys. I mean, it's just they're just too many.
Yep. Sure.
These toy companies need to quit making so much cool stuff.
And they're not for kids.
No, they're not.
Stay out of the toy aisles, kids.
Yeah.
I
That's one thing I hated about going into Toys R Us trying to find action figures. These kids keep getting in the way. I told Nancy, I said, Toys R Us is no place for children. They need a sign up. No kids allowed.
That's right. Yeah. Only service children.
Yeah. 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 That would be a service child would be that child that the guy takes in with him just so he can say he's buying it for the kid.
That's right. That's the service he provides. He's shade.
Yeah. Honey, I'm going to buy this for little Timmy for his birthday. So leave me alone.
That's right.
Well, why do you keep playing with him? Well, little Timmy's not very,
he needs to be
he
taught.
don't have an imagination, so I have to help him out.
I got to make sure he's not going to poke his eye out with it or something.
Yeah.
Build up his imagination.
Well, I got it for him, but he's got to get older so he don't put his eye out.
That's right.
Okay. Anyway, what do you guys think about the Tila? Anybody?
It's pretty cool.
Comments?
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. I'm
Rather than
really
arms
curious
falling
about
off.
all these crossovers.
Yeah. I know the Turtles is crossing over with everybody. Well, now you had the Turtles. I think didn't they have the Turtles crossover with Stranger Things?
Yep.
And
They
now
did that too.
They're out right now.
yeah, and now you got Stranger Things crossing over with Masters of the Universe. Because Target's got a Skeletor what is it called?
Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Gorgon, something like that.
2-pack. Yeah.
Demogorgon, yeah, something like that.
I don't know what the deal is with all these crossovers.
It's crazy.
I'm just worried they're going to drag G.I. Joe into it.
Mm.
Next thing we'll have a He Snake Eyes and a
Which I hope not.
a turtle commander or something. I don't
Yeah,
know
it is
what's
weird.
that.
All this crossover stuff is very strange.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I did. So GameStop had buy one get one 40% off this past week, and I did find the Aquaman and the what was the other one, Dave? For the Plastic Man set, John Stewart.
John Stewart, yeah.
I picked up the Aquaman and John Stewart for the Plastic Man wave. Also, they had Doc and Jinx in stock, so I went ahead and picked those up at buy one get one 40% off. And it's showing they'll deliver tomorrow. I was hoping they'd been here yesterday so I could have had them for the show tonight.
Mm.
But so I got Doc, Jinx, and those two figures for 80. The two build a figure. I mean the John Stewart and the Aquaman.
Yeah.
I got all four of them for about $86 shipping and all. So,
Cool.
Couldn't pass that up. I mean, buy one get one 40% off. So,
Yeah.
and, so we'll see. None of the other Joes were in stock. It was just Jinx and Doc, and the Superman, of course, was sold out. They did have the Batman, but I did pick him up last week on clearance, as a matter of fact. So now, I'm still looking for a torso for Plastic Man. I mean, if somebody finds one and they just want the Superman, don't care for the Plastic Man, let me know. I'll take the torso. I'll pay you for the torso. I'm not, if I get the Superman, I'm going to want both of them, because why you won't have just one if you don't have the other? So
and that's one of those weird. In that storyline, he was two separate personalities. Those are two different characters. It's not just a different colored Superman. So yeah, that one's frustrating too. I don't know.
So I'm going to try to just find the torso and leave it at that. And but we'll see. I definitely want the Plastic Man though. I always liked as a kid, I always liked Plastic Man. He was the funny character, the one that the kids always thought was hilarious, or I did. They have the WWE crossover with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line coming. Oh Lord, I don't doubt it. GameStop has Naugahyde up now shipping.
Yep. Well,
I'm really excited about getting Doc and Jinx, because out of that newest wave, those were the two that I was really, really interested in getting to check out, because I don't know, I just want to, they just Doc's stretcher and all. I want to look at it real good. And
I've seen people talking about the stretcher. Once you unfold it, and then you put a figure on it and two people holding it, the stretcher folds down in the middle.
Really? It don't have a way to...
Because it don't have a locking mechanism.
Really?
Yep.
That's kind of goofy.
They said even when it was, you said it had it sitting on the ground, you put a figure on it, it's still bent down in the middle.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
And, yeah, it is too bad.
Missed a great opportunity on that one.
Have to glue a popsicle stick to the bottom of it or something.
I mean, they could have put anything there to keep it from doing that.
Just a tab, a locking tab on the
one
hinge, right? Anything like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, they wanted to make it where you could carry it, I get, and I guess, I get it, because as a kid, I was sitting there thinking, man, what am I going to do with a stretcher? He can't, is he going to tote it or what? It don't fit on his back, But, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let you know tomorrow if it shows up. It's just showing for delivery tomorrow, so maybe it'll make it here. And yeah. And I know a lot of people hate the Jinx because she don't have sleeves and it don't look like the vintage. And I suspect they'll release her on a retro card with the sleeves later on.
Probably eventually.
Hey, Mason.
I mean, what I've seen in pictures and all, I kind of like it. The sleeveless look and the.
Yeah, I thought it was really well myself.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't know.
So
yeah,
cool.
Real quick for me, I got a few things also, and it won't take me long to show these and be over. I did pick up. Corey got me Torch.
Cool.
He saw him up for order on Big Bad Toy Store, and I really like this figure, but I do have a loose ab on this one. And it's pretty bad. I don't like the Torch. Got this weird skull that has flames coming out of it all the time. I don't like that.
Oh, really? Does it come off?
No, it don't come off.
Huh.
It's got that. He did come with the backpack, of course, which is a very plus considering the others didn't have no backpack. Come with this flame effect and this flame effect also.
Oh.
But I'm gonna tell you guys, I also got Night Creeper from Corey. Corey won 2 of these on the page. Shout out to Corey. He gave this one to me.
Nice.
He won 2 of these on a page called Ballers. Check them out. Really good stuff going on there. But if you haven't opened one of these yet, I wanted to show you guys these things, this plastic around them now, they're terrible. Like they are shrink wrapping these things around them. They're hard to get out.
Super hot when they put them in there, huh?
I felt like I was going to break some of the weapons pulling out of this package. It was that bad. As you can see, I'm pushing really hard. And
Oh, wow.
he is in there.
I'm surprised they didn't put some of them little ties on them like McFarlane does.
Oh, they don't have to.
Yeah, I know.
They are
He don't
really
have to neither,
in
but he
there.
still does it.
Look. They're in there tough. But I did look at Night Creeper before. He is cool. Really good image of him
Nice.
from the vintage style. Of course, you do get this alternate head, which is, we all know, the Ninja Force head.
Mm-hmm.
He come with his classic swords. They do snap on the backpack. They come with the bow, crossbow. It does have a removable arrow. And 2 knives, 2 small knives that do go in little sheaths on his back. And 2 alternate hands, one with the high karate chop, and then one with a throwing star.
Cool.
But one thing I did notice about this, we started with this size box, the window pack. Then we went to stable and plastic to the windowless.
Mm-hmm.
Little size difference. You can notice it there. Can you see the difference there?
Mm-hmm.
Here, a little shorter here. Plus, it had this tab up top. Everybody knows that. But then, this packaging, we went back to the windowless. We're saving cardboard some more. It is much smaller than the other package. But I do like it, though. Because, you know, as an inbox collector, which I'm also out of box collector also, if you're an inbox collector, it saves you a lot more space.
Mm-hmm.
It does have the good art on the side with the number on the side of the art, which on the others, you had the art on one side and the number on the other.
Right. With the
So, I
badges.
mean, OCD people, you know, they had a problem.
Yeah.
You either wanted the art or you wanted the number.
Yeah.
So I like these boxes. You know, when they went to them like this.
That went out the window early on when they done like the Baroness and the coil and all those, because those boxes were all different sizes.
Oh yeah.
When you display them with the numbers out, you got one box sticking out 3 times further than the others.
I do like the torch as far as the look, because he is really close to the vintage.
Yeah.
The vintage look. I do like the fact that his glasses are molded on opposed to the others, where if you move them just right, they come off.
Mm-hmm.
And who's going to display them without the glasses on anyway?
Exactly.
I mean, really, who?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I wish they would do it like a head pack and give us some molded heads with the glasses.
And most people, when they got their buzzer, their glasses, mine are really good.
Mine are terrible now.
They fit really well, but a lot of people, you could see them and they were terrible.
Yeah, mine's lopsided.
But, this Night Creeper is really awesome. He really gives you that, and you can tell he is not loose at all. Unlike Torch here, who is getting down with it.
That's because all them donuts he eats.
He sits and vibrates from that grape soda and chocolate donuts.
Yeah.
Good. But that's what I had it picked up. Just want to show that real quick. And Corey actually says this Torch is his figure of the year for right now.
Nice.
I love Dreadnoughts, but I'm not going that far. He's a nice looking figure, but he's not figure of the year for me.
Yeah, it's too early for me to go there yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen anything that just screams.
Yeah.
Last year was easy with that storm, that the Seahorse. That one was hands down the nicest last year. But I haven't seen anything this year that just says this is it for me. Not yet. Anyway.
Me neither.
I swore I was going to keep a list this time of what I got during this year, because now I'm already getting stuff mixed up with stuff from the end of last year. And,
I do. Honestly, I think I like the Night Creeper figure better than I do the Torch figure.
Cool.
As far as the look and the playability, because, like I said, the ab crunch is killer, man. It's just terrible. But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
They need to get their quality control is not great. And it could be the packaging, trying to pull it out of that stinking package. Because they're tight. Very, very tight. But that's what I had picked up this week. Nothing major.
Cool.
And once again, thanks Corey for the Night Creeper and picking up the blow torch or torch for me.
Nice.
And he says his torch wasn't like that.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, I guess. Did I show you guys my color Leo? I can't remember if I had him. I can't remember when he came. I don't think I had him last week, did I?
I don't think so.
No. These are the ones that were showing up for $15 at Walmart. Remember? The $25 4-pack that everybody went nuts over, that I actually got me started on this stuff. They're the grayscale. Can you see the difference?
Right.
He's just gray and black. The only thing that's blue is the mask. These are the actual colored ones. So Emmeett was talking about doing a comic with these two, and he thought these grayscale ones would be kind of good in like flashback scenes, right? Because they're the grayscale. And then if we could find the color ones, I got the other three on. I had to order them, but they were still on clearance, so that's good. I like these little figures. I ordered the Janica, the female figure, Comic-Con exclusive. When was that? Yesterday they went up for pre-orders, right?
Those are the Royal Subject figures.
These are the Loyal Subjects, yeah. These are these are very cool figures. I'm anxious to actually read the books that go with these, but I'll have the other three next week. They are actually, if you look at them, if you take this is the last Ronin Leo, much older, right? This is not a teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. He's an adult. This is really kind of cool. I mean, you can actually see that this would be the younger, this 13, 14-year-old version of this guy. I mean, I think we're going to be able to do some kind of cool stuff with these figures.
Yeah.
I think. So that was the point in that. I've only got a couple of the last Ronin figures that I actually will get, and that is Mikey and the regular Raphael, because I've got the First to Fall Raphael. Pincushion Raphael.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to pick up the regular one that's not dying, to be blunt. But no, and I showed you guys Donnie from last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottle cap head.
Yeah, bottle cap head. That's right.
Yeah.
So, like I said, this. Speaking of good sized boxes, this was ordered in May when it came up on pre-order, and they kind of went silent. This is the White Knight Batmobile. And I'll show it to you. This is a big car.
Oh, wow.
Can I see it okay? The design on this thing is very cool. Push one of these intakes and the cockpit opens. Again, with 7-inch figures, single seat, but that's okay. I mean, it's very cool. Very, very, very cool design. It's a nice Batmobile. It really is. Goes with, of course, this Batman figure, which is the White Knight figure from 2.5 years ago. Very cool. Very, very cool. It looks great next to the 89 one. Here's the thing, and I wanted to address this. We got a few minutes. I really wanted to address this. Collectors, we got to figure out what you want. Do you want comic accurate or do you want real world accurate? Because there's been people complaining about this particular design because the cockpit is right up against this intake, right? So, his feet are in the engine and blah blah blah. Well, if he was sitting upright in a more seated position, like he was in a truck, his feet wouldn't be anywhere near the engine. But I wanted to show you guys something.
No, not to worry. He's got the Bat AC on.
That's right.
Huh.
Sean Murphy did all of these, right? There's like 4 of these separate storylines in this universe. I wanted to show you this. These are the concept drawings from his artwork for that particular Batmobile. You guys see that okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You got to give credit where credit's due. McFarlane designers made that Batmobile exactly how it was drawn.
Yeah.
He wasn't out to correct the engineering of an imaginary vehicle, right? He gave us the White Knight Batmobile. Now that is awesome because it's, like I said, it's a beautiful piece. I'm very glad I bought it. Had to finance the stupid thing, but I bought it. It's like buying a real car. But it's funny. I literally made the last payment on it Friday, and it showed up on Saturday. So, which is cool. Anyways, I wanted to show you. This is my complaint, and I know it's minor, but I wanted to bring it up anyways. This is the White Knight Batcycle. This is a couple of years old now too, right? Is there a date on this sucker somewhere? Timothy might be able to help me. This is at least 2 years old. This is the White Knight Batcycle. I really wish that they had. I really wish they'd matched the colors between the two. Does that make any sense? This is definitely blue, and all of the silvers are muted. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know that light is horrible for this. But this Batmobile, all of the silvers are definitely shiny, like it's like it's aluminum or stainless. And this is gray. It's not blue. I really wish they matched. I get it. There's a couple of years difference between the two. Oh, you can see it very well there. That's bluish green, right? And the silvers are muted. Versus this sucker, which is gray and silver. That's my complaint. I wish they matched. I wish the two matched. But they don't. So whatever, right? I'm happy with them. I love that. Is that a practical car? No. Is that a real car? No. Does it look awesome? Yes. So good enough, right? It's going to live on a shelf, not in a garage. So I think it's pretty fantastic. My guess is those are probably going to end up probably in the $60 range. 2022. Yeah. So I just wish they matched, but they don't, so it's okay. And to be fair, the Bat Cycle was from a different story, so there was a time jump. To be fair, so maybe I didn't bother to look it up, but maybe the colors are both accurate. This car is definitely accurate to the colors in the comic. So maybe that Bat Cycle is accurate to the story that was in. So again, collectors, we're going to figure out what we want. Do we want accurate to what the artist drew, or do we want real world? I'm perfectly content with what the artist drew. I think it's awesome. It's a fantastic looking car. It is definitely one you have to see in person, though. I can tell you that much to really appreciate it. Does that make sense? Because it sucker is huge, and again, a lot of detail on that intake and stuff. It's just a cool looking car. So, and it looks great next to the 89. So, McFarlane has said that he's making all of the Batmobiles, which seems to be true because it looks like that Batman Forever one is next.
Mm-hmm.
The Tumbler just popped back up again for pre-order with that movie Lucius Fox. That Batman Forever one supposedly is going to be lit with all kinds of lights and everything else. So I don't know. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because the cars in the movies were real cars. I mean, they were functioning automobiles, so they're going to be somewhat less stylized than something like this White Knight one is. But still, I'm happy with it. I think it's a cool looking car. It's a great piece for the show. Now, if we could just get McFarlane to stop messing with us in every other way, because I have to be perfectly honest with you. I still got to get with you, Timothy, on that Penguin. But anyways, I'm so frustrated with McFarlane. I'm just about ready to hang it up. Like I said, I don't think I would have ordered that car now. I ordered it in May, but if it was now after this mess on the 12th again, for what, third or fourth time at least, I don't know as I'd have bought it because I'm just mad. I don't understand. Companies should not make it so hard for you to give them their business. It just doesn't make any sense. It just really doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't.
This is like what Hasbro, the way we've been talking about they do their pre-orders. If you're doing a pre-order, shouldn't it be for a set amount of time and you take all the orders you can get, then build them and send them out? I mean, so we're still waiting months to get it after that anyway. It don't make sense to me.
I agree. We've had this conversation over how do you sell out of a pre-order.
Right.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I don't know. The whole thing is getting very frustrating, to be honest with you. With the economics aside, because the Hasbro, McFarlane, or Mattel, or anybody else, they don't have any control over the economy. I get all that. You can't blame them for that. But if you're smart, you gotta make it easier for collectors to manage collecting in this economy, right? And they're just not. And if you get to the point where you're either putting out product they don't want, or the product that you're putting out that everybody does want, you're short producing. It's not. John did the math on the platinums, right? So what you're saying, right? What it basically boils down to, if you want to do the math, 1 out of every 6 collectors can be completists because the rest of them just flat out don't exist. Right?
Yep. Here's another one. How is Hasbro not shipping out products to the customers before they're shipping them to the big stores that are shipping them out? Like GameStop.
Because they probably...
Contracts.
It's contracts. They have dibs. The big boxes have this. The retailers have dibs on this stuff. It's that simple. Yeah. Hasbro is not warehousing this stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
If Hasbro shipped first, then the box stores would say, "Why are we buying from y'all if you're going to undercut us and ship?"
I'll give you a great example right now. The Night Force Ram Cycle with Shockwave.
Yeah.
It's on sale at Walmart now.
Mm-hmm.
People are going now and pre-ordering that particular item from Walmart, canceling their pre-orders from Hasbro.
Right. Or their original orders from home.
Or their original Walmart orders.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, how? Why? How's that happening?
That's fast clearance there, and the clearance
That's,
of
it's called poor distribution. That's what it's called.
We went through this. We went through the exact same thing with these last 2 Hammond collection dinos, right?
Mhm.
Everybody went nuts. They went up for pre-order. They sold out immediately, and then they slowly but surely came back into stock, and then showed up at all of the stores. But 2 weeks before the street date on these, they were on the website up on for clearance. Something is really, really wacky with what's going on with this now, because, like I said, stuff is going on clearance before it's even been released. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's getting
It's weird to me. I mean,
getting frustrating just trying to figure it out, let alone find the product. Now, I will say, Hasbro has been very quiet. Let's face it, we haven't seen much of anything in months for Joe's. Which I have to tell you guys, I'm very, very sad. When I do see Joe's on the shelves, it's retro carded. Duke and Recondo have not sold well at all.
well, see, now it's right the opposite up here. I've seen a lot of Scarlets. And
Oh, we don't see
Dukes
Scarlet here.
in Recondo. I
Wow.
saw.
I've seen more Dukes than anything. I've seen
same here.
Scarlets. I've seen Scarlets maybe twice, and Recondos maybe 4 or 5 times. But
Yeah.
I was
usually there's Dukes
in
everywhere.
Coleman about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and I saw 6 Scarlets, 1 Duke, 2 Recondos, and I was like, wow. You know, everybody's talking about they can't find Scarlet, but that's Recondo and Scarlet's who all I've seen in GameStops also. I've not seen the Duke.
Wow. Isn't that funny? Regionally
It's
like
a
that.
really nice Duke figure.
Oh yeah,
They're great figures. I thought for sure the retro carded was going to be the future of this line, but it's just kind of sitting. I don't know. I think things are changing rapidly. I do know that. Hey, I want to talk about this. I thought about it, and I want to talk about this because this kind of goes into the same kind of thing that we're talking about. So I had my local comic shop here in Birmingham. I went. Okay, it's been 6 weeks. Okay. Now, you guys, some of you already, you're going, that's a long time. It is. But there was a week and a half to 2 weeks in there that they were moving. They moved from one location to another. Okay. So I didn't go. I finally got to go Friday afternoon. So I get down there. I find the new shop. I get my truck jammed into a cubby hole out back on a back alley in behind the shop because that's all the parking there is, and which I have to be honest with you made me nervous because I didn't want anybody smashing into my truck because it's tight. Anyways, that's besides the point, right? Whatever. Shops are going to do what they got to do. They got to have space that they can afford, right?
Right.
So, anyways, I get in there and there's no one at the counter, and they heard me come through the door because of the buzzer, and one of the guys that I'm familiar with, he comes around the corner, and he's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" I said, "Not too bad." And he says, he asked my last name. Well, it's no big deal. I don't expect people to remember everything. I said it, and then I heard somebody say something from out back, and the guy disappears from behind the counter. Well, here comes the other guy that I guess he's the owner. Like he comes around the corner like there's gonna be trouble or something, and it's just like, you know what I mean? You get that weird thing. Everybody's got that look on their face, like, And he says, he said, he goes, "I'm sorry, but we put your pull list back on the shelves." I said, "You did?" And he said, "Yeah." He says, "We tried to call you." I said, "Well, what number were you trying to call?" I said, "Because my area code, this still happens. My area code is 207, not 205. So a lot of people will just go 205 out of habit." Right. So he shows me the number. It wasn't anything to do with the area code. Mine's 577. They had 522. And I said, "No, guy, I don't even know where you got that. That's flat out not even remotely the right number." So he says, "Well, sorry about that," and then disappears again. Now that's about a half-hearted as an apology as you're going to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going, well, do I get mad because I'm mad? Do I let everybody know that I'm mad because I'm mad? So it's like, yeah, you know what? It's not worth it. It's just not worth it, right? So by then, the other guy's back behind the counter. He goes, "Oh man, I'm really sorry about that." And I said, "Yeah, it's all right." I said, I was probably gonna cancel my poll list when I was here, anyways. Oh, well, that was too bad. Like, why is it too bad? You already put my books back on the shelf, and now they're all gone. By the way, right? Because it's typical new shop. He's not ordering a bunch of books. He's comic shop / tattoo parlor, which has always kind of driven me nuts, anyways. But that's besides the point. He was close. So I managed to get Scarlet #1. Did #2 even come out?
Yeah.
It came out last week.
I didn't get that one. I got Destro 1. I got Joe 306, 307. And I managed to get the last issue of JLA, Justice League Godzilla Kong, which I'm happy about. The rest of my books are NA. I'll have to run those down at some point, or I won't. I haven't decided yet. Tell you the truth, the writing in them is terrible anyway. So, but you kind of want to finish a story that you're invested in. Does that make any sense? Anyways, so I'm asking him about books that I'm missing. He said, "Oh no, Jace. Oh no, Jace. No, Jace. No, Jace." And I said, "Well, I guess I'll have to run them down." He says, "Well, we can order them for you." Now it's like we're coming right up on it, right? That you might want to start getting nervous because I know when it happens, but I had a flash. I had that I'm not happy flash come across my face because I'm thinking, where was that customer service 2 weeks ago when you decided to can my poll list, right?
Exactly.
They have my email. They never emailed me because we used to communicate via email. I'd add stuff, or pull, they never bothered to email me. They're calling the wrong number. So I said, no, that's okay. And he says, well, geez, we'll be more than happy to set your poll list back up. Now it hits again because it's just like, well, why didn't you just keep it then? Right? It's that simple. If it's so easy, if it's no big deal to have it, then it's no big deal to have it, right? You can't have this both ways.
Right.
And I said, look, you know what? At this point in time, I don't think it's a good idea. Like I said, I was seriously considering just ending it anyways and getting what I can when I can, because I've got some stuff coming up right off that is not going to guarantee me that I'm going to be able to come in here every other week. Right. Then he says, well, we can mail you your books. It's just like, so now all of a sudden we care deeply about customer service and how the customer feels, right? I'm just kind of like, guys, I'd say something, but I won't because it's family friendly, but you got to get your act together here and figure out what customer service is or isn't, right? Because if it's a big deal on Tuesday, it can't not be a big deal on Thursday. You guys know what I'm saying by that, right? Mm-hmm. We've communicated multiple times by email. You never bothered to try that. Instead, you were calling a phone number that you should have guessed was bad, right? Or there was a mistake there. So you just take my books and put them back on the shelf and basically give me the kiss off and then run back around the corner and let one of your employees deal with me, who then his job is to give me the sales pitch about your great services and your customer service offerings. Makes absolutely no sense. Now, from the principle of it, I won't go back there now. But what? The comic industry is hurting. If you guys have any customers at all, you really should be hanging on to them. You really ought to be hanging on to them. And nope. So maybe it's just not that big of a part of their business anymore that they're going to care. I mean, I just don't. I don't know. That was a bad experience. I don't. That was just bad. It doesn't. That whole thing doesn't even make any sense. Like I said, we communicated multiple times via email.
Right.
Why didn't you just send me an email?
Yeah, that right there don't make sense at all.
It doesn't make any sense at all. We had never talked on the phone. It had always been via email. They were the ones that suggested it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just not. Yeah, it's just now. You know, I want to keep up. I want to keep up with my Joe books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really not sure about much of anything DC's putting out that I really even care about anymore, and that literally breaks my heart. But I want to keep up with the Joe books. But I don't want to drive. I don't want to have to drive an hour and 15 minutes one way, you know, once a month to pick up books, and I don't want to pay the extra shipping because I don't trust this. I don't trust it to show up here without, you know, water damage or tire tracks or, you know, blood or something else. Who knows? I mean, seriously, but the more I've thought about that, the more it doesn't really make me angry anymore. It's just, I don't understand what you're selling. You're trying to sell me on your great customer service and the services that you offer. But the reality of it is you didn't offer me any of those things when you already had my business.
Yep. You know, it's terrible customer service, man. That's all it is.
Yep.
We've seen it at a lot of comic book stores too. You know it. Even my comic book store is some of their customers or service personnel is just terrible.
Hey, get this one. They're yammering on the radio. I'll end on this. This will crack you up. Target has got these girls hanging around at the electronics counter trying to sell you AT&T cell phone service and fiber optic internet, right? You guys have probably run into them, right? These cute little girls that are hard pressed salesmen.
Oh yeah.
So they're all over the radio 3 weeks ago. They're all over the radio 3 weeks ago where the guy is saying he just went in there and he got 2 brand new iPhones and an iPad for switching over to AT&T and hooking up for their fiber optic cable, right? So I hear this on the radio and I go on the internet, you know, put in your zip code or your street address to see if you have the fiber optic service, right? Because I wanted the stupid phones because our stuff is old and broken and whatever. So it says, no, they don't service my neighborhood. Okay. So then when we get hard pressed by these little girls standing there trying to sell us this stuff, and my wife is listening to them, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, okay, sure. And I said, well, you know, you guys were giving away iPhones and iPads and everything else 3 weeks ago, but it said that you don't have service in our neighborhood. She goes, oh, can you check it again? I check it. I was standing there, check it. It says, oh, wow. I said, that's cute. Miraculously, now we have fiber optic in our neighborhood when you're not giving away iPhones and iPads anymore. Right? She says, well, they're putting cable in the ground all the time. I said, lady, there ain't no one has been in my neighborhood burying anything. It's just such a scam.
Except for bodies.
Except, as what I was going to say, except maybe bodies.
Yeah, they're burying what's left. They're burying the carcass of customer service and honesty is what they're doing.
Exactly.
It's like, are you serious? And then my wife just walks away, and she was mad. She was mad. She just, I am so sick. She said, everything is a scam now. I am so sick of it. It's like, yeah.
It absolutely is.
So if you guys got any good suggestions for comic shops, maybe I don't know. I want to keep getting my Joe books, but I don't know. John's right. We used to order them. We just had them delivered, right? They came in the mailers every month. It's a great day, you know, but it's all gone now too. So maybe next week you guys can tell us your customer service nightmare stories. How's that?
Love to hear from you guys.
Awful. Awful. Been playing with my twins ferret all week and loving it. Also can't quit picking up the cartoon He-Man. Just an amazing figure. See, when I first read that, I thought he was talking about the ferret. Now I'm trying to figure out if he
has twin boys.
Talking about a ferret, like a fuzzy ferret?
The G.I. Joe ferret.
The G.I. Joe ferret.
Yeah, he's got twin boys. Mason
Oh,
does.
cool. Is he actually? You actually 6'10"?
Hmm?
I was wondering if he was actually 6'10".
I've never met him in person, but I've seen his picture and he looks pretty tall.
Yeah, probably 6'10" is pretty tall. Cool. I don't know, guys. Just ranting and raving. But that was my week, and that's discouraging to me because I want comics to do well and I want it to last. But my
Yeah.
last quite a few experiences with the shops have been a real problem. So I don't know.
Yeah. Customer service has got to get better.
Hey, you remember, Shane, when you were actually terrified to lose your job?
Oh yeah.
You did a good
Well,
job when you were scared to lose your job.
people aren't afraid no more.
They ain't afraid of losing their
Well,
job.
let me rephrase that. They're not afraid to not lose their job because they're probably going to quit tomorrow anyway, or the day after they get their first paycheck, because young people don't want to work no more.
Well,
Sorry.
they don't have to because there's a safety net. They don't have to work anymore.
But anyway,
Well, did you get that message?
which one?
The one that's up there right now. We should hang it up for the week. See it? We're not being cryptic. We need to hang it up anyways. It's 9:05. So, good episode. Sorry for the rant. You guys didn't think you were going to get through a whole week without one, did you? So, but that's that. Toys are great. Love my Batmobile. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Like my turtles so far. That's that, right? Ballers, if you're curious about that raffle site, is that the best way of putting it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
It's Ballers with a Z. So
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Yep.
Check it, and that is a Facebook page.
Mhm.
So next week, no doubt, we'll be talking about whatever they put in front of us this week, right?
Something.
I mean, there's bound to be leaks and announcements this week, so
Gotta be.
we'll go from there. What do you think, buddy? You ready to go to bed? Huh? Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Good night, guys.